Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on where you are in this world. God bless you. This is Gloria White coming to you from Utah, USA. Today we're going to continue in the book of Matthew, and we are in chapter 13. The same day went Jesus out of the house and sat by the seaside, and great multitudes were gathered together unto him, so that he went into a ship and sat. And the whole multitude stood on the shore. And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. Some fell upon stony places, where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth. And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. But other fell into good ground and brought forth fruit, some an hundredfold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away even that he hath. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. Now verse 14 is a fulfilled prophecy, and in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, and this is in all caps from verse 14 through verse 15. By hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive. For this people's heart is waxed gross, or dull, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should or would heal them. Verse 16, But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Do you know that? We're blessed because our eyes see and our ears hear. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When any one heareth the word of the kingdom, now what word? The word of the kingdom, and understand it not, then cometh the wicked one. Who's the wicked one? Satan. Then cometh the wicked one, and catcheth, or snatches away, that which was sown in his heart. This is he which received the seed by the wayside. But he that received the seed in stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and anon, which means immediately, with joy receiveth it. Yet hath he not root in himself, but dureth, or only endures for a while. For when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by, or immediately, he stumbles, but he is offended. Remember, Jesus said, if you're offended of me, I'll be offended of you. Verse 22. He also that receiveth seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care, or cares of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches. Deceitfulness of riches. Remember, he spoke to us about riches, how a rich man could have more luck of a camel going through the eye of a needle than a rich man entering into heaven. So the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful. But he that receiveth seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word, and understandeth it, which also beareth fruit, and bringeth forth, produces, some an hundredfold, some 60, some 30. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, The kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat, and went his way. He planted the tares and left. But when the blade, or the first sign of the seed sprouting through the earth, was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then hath it tares? How in the world did tares show up there when you planted good seed which would have produced wheat? He said unto them, An enemy hath done this. The servants said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? But he said, Nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of the harvest I will say to the reapers, Gather ye first the tares. Now, this is a very important verse here, because it says, Gather ye first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. So when he comes, he's going to have the tares taken out first. So the man and at the in the field. I'm sorry, Annie's getting some water. Let's just wait a second. Ooh, was you thirsty, Mommy? Okay. So when it was saying that the tares will be taken first. Well, so when the two men are grinding and the one is taken and the other left, the two women grinding, the two men were in the bed. You know what I'm saying. And anyway, so the one is taken and the other is left. Well, everybody goes, well, I want to be taken. I want to be the first one taken. But here it's telling us that he's going to first gather the tares and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. So think about that. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, The kingdom of heaven is like to a grain of mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field, which indeed is the least of all seeds, but when it is grown, it is the greatest among herbs, and becometh a tree, so that the birds of the air come and lodge in the branches thereof. Another parable spake he unto them, The kingdom of heaven is like unto leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal, until the whole was leavened. All these things spake Jesus unto the multitude in parables, and without a parable spake he not unto them. Verse 35 contains part of the verse contains all caps. That it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophet, saying, I will open my mouth in parables. I will utter things which have been kept secret from the foundation of the world. These are words that were hidden from the foundation of the world till Jesus came and spoke them. Amazing. Verse 36, Then Jesus sent the multitude away, and went into the house. And his disciples came unto him, saying, Declare unto us the parable of the tares of the field. He answered and said unto them, He that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world, the good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one, which would be Satan, the children of Cain, the Kenites. Verse 39, the enemy that sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world or age, and the reapers are the angels. As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this world or this age. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity or practice lawlessness. And aren't we seeing so much lawlessness in our country? It's being promoted by evil, wicked people who are serving the devil, because God is a God of laws. So when we're seeing all this lawlessness, how they're letting criminals out into the street, how they aren't persecuting criminals that are, according to the law, breaking the law, but they're not causing them to pay any restitution or pay in any kind of confinement for their crimes. They're just ignoring it and letting them go right back out into the street, and they are committing more crime. We know that there have been cases where a rapist was arrested, not prosecuted, let go back onto the street where he killed and raped again. So this is the kind of lawlessness we are seeing, and this is all coming from the evil of the devil and those that worship him and those that serve him. Keep that in mind when you're going about your days, and don't be foolish. Keep your head on a swivel. Pay attention to what's going on around you, because there is wickedness everywhere. Women, do not go running around on jogging paths, which are usually far away from any kind of houses or business or any kind of where there's a lot of traffic. You're out there all by yourself. Anybody could be there waiting for you or run up behind you. Women are not a match for a man. His strength is far exceeds ours, or our ability. So don't be thinking, oh, I've had some defense classes and I'm not worried. That's a foolish thing to do, and the foolish way to proceed with your life, because that is exactly what you're taking out there, is your life. So be careful. Don't go shopping late at night. Don't go running in the dark. Don't go out on those hiking trails by yourself. Go with someone. Go with a guy. Take a weapon with you, so that you can protect yourself. There was a woman that was out there running by herself, and clearly her body showed that she, running away, ran into barbed wire. And then the killer stabbed her 15 times. A wasted life. It didn't have to happen. She didn't need to be out there running alone by herself like that. Obviously, she couldn't outrun her attacker, because he stabbed her 15 times till she died. He stabbed her. Possibly even after she had died, he continued stabbing her. People, please be careful. Do not take lightly the things and the lawlessness that is occurring in this country. Don't go shopping by yourself, please, if you can go with someone. If you cannot go with someone, try to go at a time when there are a lot of people out moving around, so that you're not just out there by yourself, going to the store. You're the only one on the bus. You're the only one in the parking lot. There's only 3 other cars. Please, use your common sense, the God-given sense that God gave you. So, well, I'm just going to get off that horse now and put it back in the barn. But, you know what I'm saying. And it's nothing to be trifled with. Your life is on the line when you do things that are foolish. Okay, let's continue here. Let me go back to the enemy at verse 39. The enemy that sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this world, or this age. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity or practice lawlessness, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in a field, and the which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy therefore goeth and sell all that he hath, and buyeth that field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchantman, seeking goodly pearls, who, when he had found one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had, and bought it. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that was cast into the sea, and gathered of every kind, which when it was full, they drew to shore, and sat down and gathered the good into vessels, but cast the bad away. So shall it be at the end of the world, or the end of this age, the time in which we are fast approaching. The angel shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just, and shall cast them into the furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Now, did you notice that there's a common theme here? All these things are occurring in the kingdom of heaven, but we're here on earth. But it's all in regards to the kingdom of heaven. And then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who hath ears, let him hear. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a treasure hid in a field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchantman, seeking goodly pearls. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net. The kingdom of heaven is like these things. Jesus is saying, it's like these things. This is Jesus speaking. He's telling us, he's teaching us. So it shall be at the end of the world. The angel shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just, and shall cast them into the furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Jesus saith unto them, Have ye understood all these things? They say unto him, Yea, Lord. Then said he unto them, Therefore every scribe which is instructed unto the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is a householder, which bringeth forth out of his treasure things new and old. And it came to pass that when Jesus had finished these parables, he departed thence. And when he was come into his own country, he taught them in their synagogue, insomuch that they were astonished, and said, Whence hath this man this wisdom and these mighty works? Is not this the carpenter's son? Is not his mother called Mary, and his brethren James and Jose and Simon and Judas? And his sisters, are they not all with us? Whence then hath this man all these things? They're like, how did this guy know all this stuff? And they were offended in him. But Jesus said unto them, a prophet is not without honor, save or except in his own country and in his own house. And he did not many mighty works there because of their unbelief. They had no belief in him. They only saw him as Mary's son. They didn't see him as the Lord. They didn't see him as a prophet. They just saw him as the carpenter, Joseph's and Mary's son. That's all they could see. Their eyes, they were blinded. They couldn't see. And because they couldn't see and had no faith, Jesus couldn't do any work there. Remember all the times that he healed everybody? He said, your faith has made you whole. Faith. It's so important. It's such a big thing. Don't ever let anyone steal your faith. Don't let anyone ever dampen it. Don't let anything take it away or make it less in your life than it should be. It should be big and huge and go before you in the light of the Almighty. He loves us so much, and all these things are as in the kingdom of heaven. Oh, how much he loved us, huh? To go and do what he did for us, to suffer the way he did. But be careful out there. You only have one life to give. And if you waste it by doing something foolish and losing your life, that's less time that you have to spread the word and witness and to plant seeds and to try to keep as many as you can from the fire. Pull as many as you can from the fire. Our time is going to come to an end, and there will be no more saving, no more spreading the seed. Jesus' work will have been done. All those that were going to be saved will have been saved. So be careful. And don't waste your talents, and don't cast your pearls before swine. You're not supposed to be trying to save people. It's not our job to save. It's our job and our responsibility to plant those seeds. Tell people how Jesus has worked in your life. How your life changed. What your life was like before you knew him, before you accepted him as your Lord and Savior, and how your life is now. How when you come to a problem, he brings you through it. No, it's not a rose garden. Don't tell people that, oh, you accept Jesus and everything's going to be wonderful and lovely for the rest of your life. No, because that's a lie. But anything that you do come into or up against, he'll be there helping you, giving you the strength to go through. Whenever you have trouble, call on him. He's there. He's waiting. He's on duty 24/7. So there's never a time in the day or night that when you call on him that he doesn't hear you. And as always, I love you.